Yeah,
You smart.
that's why I
I
said
love
it.
that one too.
Another
I can
one.
always hit people with that one.
It's on the
You
bumper.
smart.
I love the bumper clap one. He's I call this the something booper bumper clap. No, because I was watching that thing where
Bumper clap.
I think this is it.
And I'm doing it big. Alyssa, what's for dinner
No,
tonight?
that's not it. Yeah, I think this is it.
I call this everything in the ocean. 7 seas. Everything is in the ocean is in this pot. Get it close up. Everything that's in the ocean is in this pot. It's
That's
called
me.
claw by your bumper claw.
Bumper clap, bumper clap.
Shrimp,
Oh shit.
lobster, shrimp is in this pot. It's called claw by your bumper claw. Claw by your bumper claw. Lobster.
That'd be a great album title.
Yeah.
Clap, bumper clap. Like,
Clap on the bumper clap.
what does that mean? I don't know. It was like that one, or the one where he's playing the
Fighting chicken.
Yeah.
All stupid.
or the one where he's playing guitar. He's not even like.
Yeah.
Oh man. No, I was watching the one where him and Tyler, the creator, were going at it. 'Cause he's like, they don't play your shit in the club.
Oh,
And he's like, yeah, it wasn't really designed to be played in the club. But that's what made me think about that title. I was like, another one. Because it made me think of DJ Khaled.
yeah. You
The
smart.
oldest of
Yeah, this guy, I was like, I like his channel, his newer Mystery Archives. But I was watching this one, and I'll save
day.
I'll save my theories and stuff for the end of it. But it's actually interesting, more so than most of them. The only thing, my only hang up with it is when it actually comes to like the paranormal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They don't really dive into it. But when I looked at the information online, it didn't dive into it of like what aside from seeing like shadow people and some bumps and stuff, like they never get into what the family was actually experiencing. So it's very very little on that, but I guess the rest of the story is a little more interesting than that part.
I have a feeling that this is one that I've heard before. But it was a place that had been around for a long ass time. And like every generation, people that had stayed there had all had encounters.
Yeah. Well, I think this place in particular had been there for a while, but
Could be different.
yeah, it did. If there was other stories and other encounters, they like this don't go into it, and neither does anything that I read on it either. But after this one, I'll show you, like I said, the video of them like when they actually go onto the TV show and stuff. Oh, dude, it's super dramatic.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
days after the Lee family had settled into their new abode. Mere days after the Lee family had settled into their new abode, nestled amongst the pines, they are confronted with paranormal happenings. Initially, the disturbances seem harmless, as the couple's 2 young sons began to voice concerns about peculiar lights flickering in their rooms and eerie shadows dancing across the walls. But the situation takes an ominous turn when Steve and Beth themselves bear witness to disturbing and terrifying events. This is the untold story of the haunted house of the Black Forest in Colorado. Landscape
I'm gonna try to skip through the
name from the depths
other information,
to the eerie and the
advertisements, all that bullshit.
Right. I had to share that we're live.
Yeah.
unexplained that seems to emanate from the depths of dense woodlands. The Black Forest, a vast expanse of towering trees and shadowy undergrowth, has been a breeding ground for creepy tales of the otherworldly. Amidst this foreboding landscape,
That's pretty much true though. I mean, most forests and stuff have all kinds of tales of ghosts, UFOs, and
Oh yeah, tales as old as time.
skunk asses and
Sacred landscapes,
cryptids.
or like possessed landscapes.
Yeah.
Been around for a long time.
lies
Every
a
culture has their
dilapidated
own tales and lore,
Yeah.
specific areas.
house, its weathered walls and creaking floorboards harboring secrets that have captured the imagination of paranormal enthusiasts across the nation. This isolated dwelling, nestled deep within the Colorado
badass cabin.
wilderness, has earned
Yeah.
a reputation
That's
as
the
one
actual
of the most
cabin.
haunted sites in the United States.
Terrible photo.
Its very existence
I mean, if they took it, if the family took this one, it's probably from like the 90s. That's probably
Right.
why. 'Cause-
That's what it looks like.
but even Polaroid was better
Polaroid
than that.
shit.
But I imagine by the time you get the Polaroids and convert them and put them up on a computer or something, it's gonna look about the same. Nice and crusty. It's probably a picture of a picture, then turned digital.
a testament to the enduring power of mystery and the unknown. The region referred to as the Black Forest is an unincorporated area situated in El Paso County, Colorado, nestled near the city of Colorado Springs. This area was traditionally known as the Pineries, a vast expanse spanning over 1,000 miles, aptly named for the dense concentration of majestic ponderosa pine trees that blanketed the landscape. The Black Forest's remote and secluded nature, coupled with its towering evergreens and rugged wilderness, has long captivated those seeking solitude and a connection with the untamed beauty of nature. The secluded log cabin, nestled deep within the Black Forest region of Colorado,
I don't think that's the same one. I think it's a different.
Yeah,
seemed like a tranquil oasis.
Let me
it's like a stock photo or something.
probably. Um,
Never mind the gay porno links.
those are for
You didn't
me.
see those.
Those are for later.
Yeah, I swear those are just research.
For research purposes only.
That's right.
Let's see if I can go to this one. Yeah, there it is.
That thing looks brand new.
Yeah.
That's a whole ass house. That ain't no cabin.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, that's I think that's it right there. It's badass.
Yeah.
Dude, in the middle of the forest too.
2 garages. That's a fucking house, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the type of shit like my uncle builds
Well,
in Idaho.
they were saying this guy was a trucker too. I'm like, what the hell was this man hauling if he's gonna
Oh, like
afford
long
some-
haulers, bro. They
I
make
think so.
fucking crazy good money.
I think that's what I think
You
that's
ain't
what
get
he
no
ends up saying
time,
he does.
but you get crazy money.
Yeah.
And it depends. Like he could be like a hazardous waste hauler too,
Mm,
and those another bump and pay, or own his own company.
yeah.
They're in his own fleet of trucks. Oh yeah.
Oasis for the Lee family when they first laid eyes on it in 1991. Stephen and Beth, along with their 2 sons, had relocated from Louisiana, seeking a serene escape amidst the towering pines and pristine wilderness. The sparsely populated area, known for its slow-paced lifestyle, crisp air, and breathtaking vistas, promised a dream home surrounded by untouched nature. Little did they know that this idyllic retreat would soon become a source of inexplicable occurrences and unsettling experiences that would forever alter their perception of the supernatural. About the Lees, Stephen Lee,
And that picture
a
too,
father,
bro.
husband,
I was like, once again, it's a photo of a photo.
Yeah.
That should be looking fucked up.
Terrible. Yeah.
That mullet though, man.
I
How's
couldn't
that?
even tell it was a mullet.
that
Picture's
shit
so
just
bad.
pops through, man.
Mustache though.
That's
It
pretty
really fucking
That's pretty solid as well.
rounds the picture up.
He looks so pissed. I was like,
Right.
this picture is just like you can tell he does not want to be
She
there.
looks high.
Well, that plays into things a little bit later. So
Oh, shit.
it would not. Well, I mean, not from the story perspective, but on my theory perspective.
Okay. All
It
right.
absolutely-
I'll take a note.
It absolutely plays into that.
and truck driver had done well for his family. And wanting a change of scenery, they found what they believed to be their dream home. A 6,000 square foot, 3-story cabin located within the Black Forest. Situated on 5 acres of land.
I thought the Black Forest was in
Stephen
Germany.
and his wife Beth, with every
I think
step,
I think it is too.
Like
There's
the
a-
Black Forest?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's just another one because
America's Black Forest, I guess.
they use a lot of different names though. Because it's El Paso County,
Right.
Like, I think just a lot of shit gets reused.
It's probably just like in the Rockies or something.
It's crazy though to think though that guy. Well, I guess the shit was cheaper back then, but he got this
Yeah.
3-story log cabin in the middle of a forest on a.
He could have built it himself too.
No, I think they bought it like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But on a truck driver salary, I was like, how much were you getting paid back then, my guy?
Like I said, like specialized ones, like long haul ones, that's like cross country and shit. They
Yeah.
make really good money, really good
makes
money,
sense.
because the attrition rate is insane. Nobody wants to be away from their families
That
like
long. I don't know. There's probably some guys that do. Yeah.
that. He did obviously, because he was
Yeah.
making hella
Hella
good money.
Yeah.
But he could have also been like more specialized, not just a long hauler, but he
Right,
hauled like
doing
fucking nuke
certain
waste or
things.
something, and you have
Yeah.
to be like certified and shit for all that kind of thing.
That makes sense.
And that
And like I
carries a
said, I was
higher
like,
rate.
shit was a lot cheaper too back then, especially since
Yeah.
it's remote, you don't really have to worry about it.
He could have been
being,
making 70K,
yeah.
but back then, that went a long way, you know.
Oh yeah, making real good money.
as they surveyed the property, could envision their 2 young sons playing and growing up there. Their own little piece of the American dream. So, it took a little bit of time, but their offer on the home was ultimately accepted. And within the coming months, they would soon call this secluded
Bro,
place
I've
home.
gotta say that
However-
I gotta get the name of that freaking my brother was talking about that way we could find this address, pop it in, and see how
Yeah.
much how much it was worth back then.
Right. How much it was worth? Was it brand new? How long had it been around? Who sold it?
Yeah, that
Who
too.
bought it?
However, they would fail to realize that it wasn't just inhabited by the family of 4. The first week at their new residence seemed like something out of a fairy tale. Mom, Dad, and the kids were all comfortable and very happy
Mom and Dad
after
are
making the long trek from
kissing cousins.
Louisiana to Colorado.
Third cousin. Third.
family
We're gonna take that
themselves
out of the
seemed
story,
Yeah.
though, okay?
and content with their decision.
Not first. That's when it's
However,
bad.
this would change. The Lee's 2 young sons shared a room, as brothers often do at a young age.
Barely
And
even
roughly
family.
after their first week, they began to tell their parents that something strange was happening in their bedroom. Bright, colorful lights
Yeah, it's called
flashed
incest,
about,
and that's illegal.
and
Legal
terrifying
in at least 30
shadowy
countries or
specters
30 states.
flowed across their walls. These strange happenings frightened the boys and often kept
Let's take that out of the equation, okay? Yes, we are cousins, but we're not cousins enough that our kids are messed up, okay?
Barely even family, all right?
them awake. So
Be
of
one thing if we were
course, they
second or
told their
first.
parents. However, Often in these situations,
But we're second.
they were dismissed. Beth and Steve simply believed that the boys had overactive imaginations and figured it would just take time for them to adjust to their new environment.
That's another thing.
But this too would change.
I wouldn't completely disregard anything my kids said. Like, we moved into a new house and they're talking some weird shit, or they've been seeing weird stuff. I get it, they're kids, they could be making it up, but at the same
Right.
time, I'm like, you should probably still hear them out. That way,
Well, of course. Yeah.
if shit does pop off, you're like, oh, those little bastards were right.
Yeah, what you do with any other new information like that, you stuff it away and save it for later.
Mere weeks later, upon coming home from an evening of fun as a family, they would arrive to see their home lighting inside with strange, lightning-like flashes of light. They could see the spectacle from their driveway.
They can see the testicle.
In the words of Beth, one day we came home and it was like the 4th of July in our living room and bedroom. We had all sorts of colorful flashes of light seemingly everywhere. We rushed inside to figure out just what these things were, and simultaneously, it sounded like people were stomping across our roof.
They're having a dance party.
I was about to
That's
say, bro,
exactly what that is.
they're having a rave
Waited
up there
for the
sure.
kid to fall asleep. Fucking had a dance party upstairs.
I was like, I think EDM was first coming out around that time too.
Oh,
so
yeah. It's like that industrial fucking what do they call it? Like jungle.
Ecstasy was just hitting the market.
That jungle stuff. Like that Vengeant does, the jungle type shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got
That's
you.
90s as hell. Like he
Oh,
even
yeah.
rocks the glasses from back then too.
Yeah, I love his videos.
90s techno as hell.
Yeah, it's all
I
just
think that's what it's called, like breakbeat,
yeah, it's something like that.
breakbeat, fucking jungle stuff.
I think it was industrial at one point.
Right.
But yeah, no, that stuff was
Industrial breakbeat.
that
Yep.
stuff was coming on the rise.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you damn kids, get out of my house.
Mm-hmm.
Take your blessed to see
And
with
like,
you.
like Chemical Brothers.
Yeah.
They were. That's even though it's just one guy. Chemical Brothers, man.
Sudden, it stopped. Never having seen anything like this before, the Lees were simply perplexed. And not sure of what to make of this activity, they would lay their heads down to sleep this night. But what they failed to realize is that this was just a prelude of what was to come. In the coming months, the activity grew in intensity. What started as phantom lights and flickering shadows had escalated into something taking place almost every single day. From disembodied banging sounds to whispers, the sound of chains dragging on the floor or even inside the walls, to pushing, assaulting, and disturbing the family. Sadly, the Lee's young sons were more often than not the targets of this paranormal force that plagued them. Night after night,
Golly, bro.
and almost
That's
every
so
night,
bad.
Oh no,
they were harassed by
he gets
shadow
teeth cleaned.
people, the reappearance of the mysterious lights, and the awful banging sounds of something
Oh, no.
unseen. The family did their best to
Diddling the
make the
children now.
situation
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that'd be kind of crazy though. I mean, if you're seeing all kinds of weird light source or lights without sources, I mean, I don't know if it'd be the worst
Yeah.
thing or if it would just be more annoying than anything.
Yeah.
I imagine too, it's pitch black out there as well.
Oh, absolutely.
And so a lot of that stuff would be way more prominent. You'd see any source of light would be
Right.
crazy bright out there.
Projected and bounced off all those crazy windows they got.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
So-
telling. No telling.
work. They, after all, were newly tied up financially. In
They
the
had pictures, that'd be
purchase
great.
Of what they believed was going to be
He
their
got
forever
some.
home. But it was something big or small nearly every day now that was taking place. During the day, appliances began to turn on and off on their own accord. This was attributed to an electrical issue at first, but after having the home examined by multiple electricians, they found no faulty wiring. Alongside electrical appliances, faucets began to turn on by themselves, often making a wet mess in whatever room they were activated in. During the night, the re-emergence of the lights, the movement of the shadow people, and the sounds truly haunted them. And these disturbing happenings were soon coupled by something new and equally terrible. A noxious, chemical odor began to appear in the home with no rational origin. The smell of these mystery chemicals.
You're getting bombarded by ghost farts and shit.
Yeah, that's when you know it's time to fucking sell. Sell and get the fuck out.
You're all, God damn it, there's that smell again. It's
Yeah.
burning my eyes and my nose.
Oh shit, dude.
Like, fuck, man.
Stings the nostrils.
Oh, shit.
My eyes is watering. Nostrils are stinging.
God damn it, Terry, that smells like shit. It wasn't me, Dad.
Because it is. It's ghost shit.
It's fucking, they're all just fucking dropping
They're
deuces
giving
wherever.
what that smell likes from the
Yeah.
other side.
Yeah, I was like, what better shit do you have to do as a ghost? I
Yeah,
mean,
right. Just fuck with people.
That's what I would
They're like, the
do.
lights and the raves we've been throwing upstairs ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
Let's hit them with some funny shit.
So, well, maybe if we start shitting everywhere,
Yeah,
maybe
they'll
that'll do
notice.
it.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're all throwing ghost fire shit bags through the window. Oh, this is how to get them.
oh, damn it, that's
Send the
in
message.
that one is in my mouth. I can taste it.
Oh shit. But there ain't shit out there. They're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
yeah. You can't say it was like anybody fucking with them.
Unless they like brought something with them from the city or whatever.
Could be.
That's like, or it was aliens. They were being
Well, flashy.
Visitated.
I mean, yeah, flashy lights and stuff. I mean, very much so could have been.
they were being visitated and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
No telling.
see, the only thing I hate about this, like this kind of a format, and even when you read it, like when I was reading the the article that was written about it, like they don't tell you like specifically who was having what,
Right.
which person in the house was having what
Part of the house and who was experiencing it.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
They just tell you the Lee family
Yeah, like
instead
the
of being
whole
like
family
it was the father who, you know,
caught the ghost fart to the nose.
right.
Fucking,
Were they all smelling that?
yeah,
You know what I
or was
mean?
it just one person? Yeah.
Or was it a shared delusion because it was just one person? I think it's the mom, all cooped up alone
Fire,
and delusional as fuck.
Right. Or the dad's
And
out
has no
on his long
excitement.
hauls.
He's always gone, you know, fucking out on route. You know what I mean? I think it's her.
I mean, she could have been throwing secret raves, bro. Like throwing secret raves while a homie was gone.
Swingers parties and shit.
And
It smells like booty. Stings the nostrils. That would make a lot of sense. That would actually,
Oh,
that's the
shit.
perfect remedy. That's the perfect theory. It fits just right.
And then convince
Swingers parties.
convince the children that these are just shadow people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like these are convince the kids that they're the ones that are experiencing this, right?
Right.
They're experiencing the ghosts and the weird knocks and bangs and shit turning on, you
Dude.
know. But
I
really,
swear that's happened before.
it probably has.
Remember I think we brought that up in like episode 1. That family that was having the haunting and shit. I'm like, that bitch is cheating. She's blaming it on a ghost.
yeah.
Or no, I think I was watching an episode of The Haunting and that's what was happening. Fucking
Okay.
her man was always at work and she was having all these crazy experiences and he was like on her tail about fucking finding out. That's my theory.
How
'Cause
is
nobody
that?
else was experiencing that shit.
Except the mom.
And every time he would fucking have these experiences, she would gaslight the shit out of him that he wasn't seeing that shit, and that instead it was a ghost. Because he kept seeing a fucking a dude there or whatever when he
Yeah.
would get home from work and stuff.
Oh yeah, she's sneaking him out the back door
Yes,
for sure.
bro, fucking or hiding him. And that was my theory. I'm like, this bitch fucking, she's blaming it on a ghost. Now she's got to stick to her story.
She's got to stick to her guns. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to stick to the story now. So they
I
fucking
mean,
made a whole like episode and documentary about it. I'm like, that's what was going on. She's just gaslighting him. It was a ghost, baby. I swear to God, it was Leroy, your cousin.
yeah. I swear, I look just like him.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly fucking what it was. Apparently, like he looked like her ex-boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah.
But he was wearing fucking like clothes from the 50s.
Oh, of course. It's always got to be. That always got to be dated.
Right,
clothes,
yeah,
you
yeah.
Can't be a ghost when not modern.
Right, he was wearing fucking like a jacket from like a high schooler in the 50s. You know those like leather sports jackets that they used to wear.
Yeah, the Lettermans.
Yeah, the Lettermans. Yes. and nah, bro, your lady was just gaslighting the shit out of you. That's what was going on.
That's what I say. It's important that I feel like these things, and I get it. It probably just adds more where you're gonna be like, well, baby Leroy saw this figure
Right.
at this point in time. But I also feel like it's important information. Maybe both of it should be, or it should be included somewhere. Where if you wanted to do more of a deep dive, because like, dude, when I tried to research this case in particular, like they either have a paragraph of shit, or they have a full spread written out. But
Playgirl,
the problem is that
full spread.
they got full spread. But it's all over the place. Like you'll get bits and pieces of information from each one, but you have to like read them all and go through them all to try to build a picture. And you can never just find one source that has like everything you want to know. Like everything you need to know is right here. Yeah, it's never like that. So they generalize everything. Well, the family
Right.
was having this experience, but
Right. The lack of specificity kind of sucks.
yeah, no, it does, because if it was just the kids that were experiencing this, or it was just the wife,
Mhm.
the husband never experienced anything. Once again, I feel like that stuff's important.
It is. It is.
Uh,
So that you can draw your own conclusions.
exactly about what you think.
Maybe he does that on purpose though, so that you can stick to the lore
Yeah, like
instead of.
that's what I'm saying. It's like
but
over,
you can't do one without the other. I feel like
No, that's what
because
I'm
the
saying.
human element and the worldly element is what makes it cool.
Well, yeah, and
It's the coming together of both of those worlds
and-
that makes it cool.
it's not just his video, man. Like when I would, like I said, because I was trying to do my own deep dive on it, so I started looking at different articles and stuff, and it was all over the place. The information's so scattered that this is kind of the best way to do it, is to just pull what you feel like is most important together, and in order to make a video, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I couldn't find like not one source, and it's super hard with Google. Google doesn't like to show you these
Nah.
kind of things anyway.
Bombards you with fucking trash that you don't need.
So if you find so there might be some really extensive stuff on it that somebody has put a lot of time and effort into, but you'll never see it because
No.
it's not
Buried.
it's
in the
buried,
ether.
or it doesn't have any advertisements on it. So
It doesn't get suggested or put to
No.
the top of the list.
that's why we like this stuff. I always go to DuckDuckGo because they're a little looser on trying to find
Right.
some of the smaller websites that actually have info.
Yeah, they just hit you with the high traffic shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not what I'm fucking looking for.
Oh, you were looking up the Black Forest? Well, here's the Forest ham on sale for $19.95.
Right.
Or I know you were looking for this thing.
Black Forest gummy bears.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. It's like, oh, you weren't looking for that. No,
Trying
you were
to sell
looking
you
for
shit.
Yeah, we'll give you this. Oh, we'll tell you a completely different story, unrelated to what you're trying to look for.
Right.
I'm like, dude, this is such bullshit, because you know damn good and well there's probably 2 million websites that have tons of info that
Oh,
are,
yeah.
that are all being fucking
Shadow banned, essentially.
yeah, more or
They're
less.
they're just buried. Fucking.
And the
You never
YouTube
find them.
YouTube works the same way. Like if you don't have like fucking
Yeah.
50K subs, they're not going to show you shit.
No.
Um,
And like, even if you like specifically, you find the name of exactly what you're looking for and you type that shit in, it's still buried.
yeah,
Still buried.
unless you have
Under
it
a-
like,
Bunch of fucking shit. And even then, you're probably not going to find it.
unless it's like,
Especially like a short, because they only give
Oh,
you like
yeah,
three
yeah.
that are connected to the keywords.
Yep.
And the rest is just a fucking hitting you back with the
I was
algorithm.
about to say,
again.
and you can never find the original one. It's
No.
always some creator who's got a shit
right,
ton
a
of-
mix of it.
and you got to listen to their shit on top
Yes,
of
yes,
whatever,
yes.
whatever it is.
Never the original fucking publish.
Nah, it's annoying. I miss the old web, man.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I
Fucking
miss
Google
all-
took over everything, and then put the
Yep.
same fucking algorithms in to try and fucking cut corners.
Yep. And especially if it's something controversial, they definitely don't want
But
to.
YouTube didn't used to be like that.
No, no.
You got fucking hit with everything. The
Yeah.
shittiest sides and the most popular sides.
Yep. And dude, that's how you would really fall down some rabbit holes back in the day.
Right.
I'd be out in the backyard rabbit holing
I
some
used to find
shit.
so much good shit.
Yeah,
back then,
I
bro.
did too.
Good
Yeah,
shit that you would never find.
especially with music too, man. Like you
That's
find a
what
lot of
I'm-
good
that's
bands,
what
and
I was thinking of.
but yeah, even if a video that you found was related, you start researching. I don't know, fucking baseball bats. The next thing you know, you're learning about some 9/11 bullshit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
Like, how the hell did I even get here? You know?
You end up on building 7. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so you'd end up down some rabbit holes, bro. And you can't really do that anymore, though. And it's
No,
it kind of sucks.
no, they filter and fucking control everything that you
Oh, yeah.
you'll see.
Yep, it's complete horse dick.
Mm-hmm. That Ampeg.
That ain't it.
Chemicals burned the nose, eyes, and throats of everyone
God damn.
whenever it appeared. In the coming days, yet more professionals would be called out, and yet nothing, no origin of the chemicals or detection of them either, could be found.
Yes,
It
because
seemed that whatever force that dwelled within the walls of the cabin home in the woods had a particular hatred for the Lee family. And
I don't know
this
about
force
that.
soon began to physically hit
could have been
them,
Haven't heard any
seemingly
even
whenever it
circumstantial
could.
evidence.
no,
yet.
that's what I'm
Often
saying.
leaving
It could have been
bruises.
any family.
Not a believer in the paranormal, Steve Lee, having had professionals come out and not provide any rational answers to their strange ailments. This, coupled with the now daily torment that he and his family were enduring, had finally reached his wit's end.
Okay, so he
wanted
was
to prove
experiencing
that
some of
either
this shit.
there was someone or something messing with them. And over the coming year, he invested in a total of $70,000 worth of
Golly.
camera
I'm telling you,
equipment.
bro.
So he was
and
loaded.
security.
That's
had
what
the
I'm
money,
saying.
yeah.
Like it seems like almost an abnormal amount of money just for a truck driver.
Maybe he had like some inheritance and shit too. No telling.
got it from Earl Ray.
Yeah. Earl Ray Lee.
his
Earl Ray Leroy.
his brother cousin.
Yep.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I just that's,
father brother.
that's like the first thing I noticed on here though was that I was like, damn, he bought this house and then turns around and buys
Put 70K in over a year. Yeah.
Like, I would like to know the numbers of inflation now, of how much that costs now.
I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say because I was like, I don't got my phone.
So, what year was it?
91. So, but I think this is like 92,
So,
93.
how much? We'll just go off the 70K that he said there.
70K and like 93.
Okay.
And he you know, he bought a bunch of cameras and security equipment. I'm like, dude, nobody had that in the 90s. Like stores did. But I'm sure rich people had it too, but like yeah.
Holy shit. So with 2.54% inflation rate,
Yeah.
70K in 1993 is the equivalent of $152,144.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roughly 150K
That's a lot. And that's bullshit money, bro.
in
That's bull-
2024.
that is bullshit money to just throw away on some cameras, dude.
That's why I was saying fucking
That's
like the dude
wild.
could have made 70K a year and it would go a lot further because that'd be
Right.
the equivalent of fucking 150K today.
yeah.
So 70K made today is like 50K they made back then, you know.
Yeah. Was it 17? Is that how much did he pay again? 17? Was that tripping?
For what?
The camera equipment?
Oh, no, they said that he invested 70K,
70K?
$70,000 that year,
That's nuts.
and costs for whatever he was doing. I think in camera equipment, security equipment, and
Yeah, 70K is even a lot today though. Like, it's
70K
that's still a good chunk of fucking change. For
it is,
cameras and
yeah.
equipment,
70K would put you in about the top 25% of earners.
just on a camera system, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a price of a truck.
25-30% of earners, yeah.
That's like going to the thing, going to a dealership and buying a brand new truck outright.
Yep.
Just on some cameras.
Yeah.
to monitor every square inch of their home and property. Now, you might think that that's
But also,
an
like I
incredible
said,
amount
that
of money
once it gets to it, I was like, that also plays into my other theory of how this guy has so much money. But we'll get into that.
Right.
to spend on cameras and alarm systems. And it is. But this was the 90s. The equipment wasn't as readily available or sophisticated as it is today. And it just goes to show that they
He
were
spent
truly freaked out by
$150K
whatever was taking place.
On cameras.
On cameras.
That they
Imagine
wanted
doing that
some
today.
kind of tangible proof
You're starting a production
that they
company
could
with
show
that.
the world.
Yeah, no, for real though.
So people didn't think that they were crazy. The cameras, which were mostly motion activated and would record when motion was detected, soon began to activate with
It's
no
like-
rational explanation.
That's like fucking 2040, fucking like 3060. I don't even think it was 3060. It's a fucking, but those are potatoes. They're high tech potatoes,
Right.
but potatoes nonetheless. 70K worth of potatoes around your house.
and
Yeah.
No physical means.
Sons of bitches didn't even catch
Can you
nothing
detect
either.
No, hell no.
After capturing several strange things on video and photograph, Steve decided to contact the local authorities for help. Records show that the
Have to
El
use 'em
Paso
for an
police were
OnlyFans page to make his money back
contacted
on 'em.
so often by the Lees in the months to
Oh,
come
shit.
that they launched a formal investigation.
You'd have
into just
to
what-
Film no swingers parties upstairs.
it's like you're gonna have to take your pictures and video, and then you're gonna have to like build a web page for it.
right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to send in a fucking money order,
Right.
and then you'll have to mail it out, and it'll take about 4 months to get there.
And you need yeah, exactly. And then you need the fucking equipment to transfer your tape to a computer
Oh.
file.
Right. Well, shit, you wouldn't even be able to do that back
It would
then.
take fucking a week.
I was like,
Yeah,
download.
maybe in the 90s, early 90s.
Ah, man.
That probably wasn't available. You'd probably be able to like hook up like a tape reader and like plug it into the computer.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Maybe.
You'd
I
have
don't
to
know.
set up a website and then send it on VHS with a mail-in cash money order.
Oh
And
yeah.
then fucking UPS that bitch, and it'd take fucking 3 months to get there.
Yeah.
Like, that's how I used to.
And another 3 months to get it up on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
what was taking place at the cabin home in the Black Forest. During this time and the 2 years to follow, alongside the cameras, their security equipment, which could detect motion and forced entry, was triggered 62 times with no explanation as to what could be causing it. It wasn't faulty equipment or poor installation.
Hell no. If you spend
was
70K,
odd
it better be
something
damn good
else.
installation.
Something unexplainable. With not even the police able to rationalize what was happening to the Lees, Beth
Awful.
and Steve decided
Awful
to take
pictures.
things one step further.
Back
They
then,
hired
those
a
were called
private
rods.
investigator.
Yeah. Right. Yeah,
This
that's
was in
exactly
part
what
due
they
to
were.
the
Now it's just
police
shutter-
also
bad
growing
shutter speed.
tiresome,
Yep.
being contacted for assistance, and then there being nothing that they could do about it. Between the cameras and security equipment, and now hiring a private investigator, the Lees had all but
This dude is
spent the
just
rest
money
of their
bags, bro.
life savings.
Oh, okay. Fucking.
Most people,
Makes
if it ever
sense.
came
He was
to
at
this,
his
would
last
simply try and
little
cut their
bit.
losses and sell the home. And we don't know if the Lees could have sold the home and moved elsewhere. But they truly still believed that this massive cabin home was their dream home,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to give it up without a fight. Unfortunately, though, the private investigator was unable to help them. This left the
It's like,
Lees to
man,
simply
that is
tough
not my
out
job
anything
description.
Yeah.
Catch
and
ghosts.
everything they
Yeah,
had
like,
in
I'm not
Like I'm just trying.
to
I mean,
experience.
I just take pictures of your wife
After
cheating on you.
moving in.
That's what. That's all I do. I'm
Dude,
sorry.
That's
Like,
probably why he did it,
The
though.
year
Right.
was 1995.
right.
He's like, I got
And the
nothing, man.
activity
She had to hold off on the
persisted
swingers parties for
despite the
a
efforts
few
of
months.
the Lee family
He's like,
to uncover just what was causing it.
Shyamalan twist, then private investigator was the main
Part of the swingers club.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Steve, who still figured there had to be a rational explanation for what was taking place, had a little bit more of an open mind after a lengthy discussion with Beth. Seemingly having done everything else, the Lees concluded that they would try and contact paranormal investigators to see if they could do anything about the otherworldly happenings taking place in their home. After some research and calling numerous numbers,
this is where it gets into some
the Lees
fuckery
ended
for
up getting in
sure.
contact with a person who would end up being involved with the television show Sightings. Sightings was an American paranormal and news show that aired throughout the 1990s.
I love that
covering
that's what they
various
did when they're about to
unexplained
try and sell the home.
and fringe phenomena.
Yeah, once again, yeah.
Yeah.
we
As a
see-
result of this
you
pretty
see the
lucky
pattern in
interaction,
here.
Yeah.
The show became very interested in producing an episode segment about hauntings.
She made
surrounding
his
the
ass live
investigation
outside of
the
his
Lee
means.
home.
He probably
The
did
show
just have a
would
regular
contact
trucker
a
salary.
paranormal
Oh, did he?
investigator
Goddamn.
and a self-proclaimed
that mullet.
psychic
Yeah,
in
killer.
Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Get all the bitches in the
named Echo
90s.
Bodie. From her book, The Little Book of
Oh, I don't know. It
True
might be a
Ghost
rat
Stories,
tail too.
Echo
can't
would
tell from this
explain her
angle.
experience
It's
as
a
the
mat tail.
following. I got a call from the TV show Sightings, and they wanted to know if I would fly to Colorado Springs to help a family deal with some ghosts.
Or a
The
ratlet.
producers told me that the problem was the ghosts mostly seem
Yeah.
to come out at night.
I think that's the
So
name.
I was asked to
Ratlet.
work from
Ratlet.
midnight until the early daybreak hours. It was a very hot day in mid-July when I arrived in Denver around 10 p.m.
Oh, sure. It's
It was
Denver. How
pretty
hot could it
eerie.
be?
No,
There was
no
intense
shit.
lightning all throughout the sky and rain pouring
So
down.
hot. 74 degrees.
I remember thinking
Yeah.
how perfect the spooky
Like room
weather
temp,
was
you mean?
Yeah,
for
basically.
investigating
I
hauntings.
was like, that's like the inside of my house right now.
Steve,
Yeah.
the owner of the log home, was
like
at the
100
airport to
outside.
pick
That's what we
me up.
run that shit year round.
He was
Yeah,
very
no,
open
for
about
real.
not believing in ghosts. And as we drove through several towns in Colorado, I listened to him tell me story after story about some of the things that had gone on in their house. They heard voices, footsteps. Things would move from room to room. It took close to an
Or
hour
maybe
to
it
get up
was-
to their
it was
house in the
cursed lands.
mountains.
Witches were out there,
Alongside
and
the rain, a
this
fog
place
hung
is
about 10
cursed.
feet
You know,
off the
They get into
ground.
that too, though.
When
They, I
we
mean,
arrived,
bro,
and I entered their three-story.
they even get a Native American out here to check it out too.
smart.
I mean,
Smart.
they literally go down.
Hit it with the sage.
The only thing they didn't get was a priest, I think.
Huh.
But everything else.
That priest
they
was probably like, dude, I'm not going out there.
did. He's like, I've been there before. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
He's like, nah,
Or it was just bullshit. Like there
that
wasn't,
too.
there, like, because they don't go without any good evidence.
Yeah.
But there's like some legit spiritual shit going on.
He's like, damn it, Terry, this is the 5th time you came into my church with those blurry ass photos.
Yeah.
I am not going.
Yeah. How many times do I have to tell you?
Like, I get it. This system is really
I'll pray
nice.
for you. But that's as
You
far
know?
as I
We
go.
will keep you in our prayers.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers. Bye.
Story log cabin home. From here, I was greeted by a producer who asked me if I could take a seat while the scientist they had hired told us about his thermal camera.
Damn, you should have
Having been
just kept that
tired from the
70K and just
trip,
bought one thermal
Yeah.
camera.
I my head
No
back
shit,
while
for
the
real.
explanations were
Or
continuing.
at least half of it.
Right.
And suddenly, I heard a voice come from behind me. It
Let me
said,
buy $20 for a mile.
I love it. I love that dude so
upon
much.
turning around, I saw a large ghostly man.
Oh, shit.
About 6 feet tall, the specter was wearing blue jeans and a blue checkered flannel shirt. I then heard in unison multiple voices tell me to look over here. And now there was 5 male
The
spirits,
Blue Man Group.
all different,
Right.
but dressed the same as the first.
He's look over here. He's
The original ghost.
check out this beat.
It starts playing in the air tonight. Yeah.
And dude, crazy train on those fucking
Yeah,
tubes.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell?
Oh, dude, what are you doing in my house? It's 4 in the morning. Yeah. I just want to play a new solo.
It's like, I do got to say this too, though. Like, the first thing this medium sees from this TV show is a guy in a flannel shirt in the middle of a forest. I'm like, is that not the most cliche shit you
Right.
can think of? You know, it's like you couldn't even come up with something like something
Right.
random.
Maybe he was
or-
butt naked.
But
That would have been like more believable though.
just naked from the pants down. He's waist
Right,
down.
he
He's
just had
got
nothing but a flannel on.
Yeah. With his face
You
painted
like
blue.
lumberjack on crack.
I was like, no, of course it's gonna be a lumberjack in the middle of a freaking forest. Come on, man. You gotta do something.
Like, do they do logging anywhere nearby?
It was they never like this thing never says if there was. I mean, maybe he does, but
I don't remember.
yeah, no. If there was logging, then that would make sense. But if not, then you're just coming up with shit off the top of your head. Like that's a problem with mediums, bro. Like
Right.
most of them just make shit up.
Yeah,
they can
the
get-
cold read.
Yeah.
Cold read. I'm sensing a da, a fa, a da. Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes, a Dennis. I'm
He
seeing that
had a watch. He had a watch.
Yeah, where's watch?
You're right. He did have a watch.
Right.
Ghost said that his name was Tom and that this was his house and that no one was going to make him leave. He ran the show around here and had for a long time. I told the producer what was happening in case he wanted to capture anything for the segment, and he did. The conversation then ensued,
Yeah, do a
with Tom
360 for me.
explaining why he and the boys wanted to stay in the house.
I'll cast and couch you.
That it was his land, his home, and that he would not leave. One of the cameramen then asked if it was one of them who had been responsible for knocking over his very expensive camera off the countertop. All five in unison answered yes, and then disappeared out of sight. The scientist with the thermal camera did in fact capture a drop in temperature just right
in the
where
mountains in
Tom had
Denver.
stood.
Yeah, exactly. In a cabin.
Around
In a
2 a.m.
cabin,
in the
right.
morning, as me and Beth discussed the activity that she had experienced, the dogs the family owned would not stop barking outside.
Yeah, there's strangers in their
The
house.
producers, in an effort to keep their
Strangers
sounds
in their
from being
house,
picked
and there's
up on the
fucking
camera,
wildlife everywhere out
Yeah,
there.
that too. Yeah,
Making weird
it's-
noises,
Some of them
and
having
hunting and
any luck.
eating.
Then, upon Beth showing me a photo of what they had captured on their own cameras, we suddenly were in the midst of 3 male spirits.
with ghost gas.
One with a particularly angry
Oh, so it wasn't a
scowl on
swingers
his
party. It was a
face.
gangbang.
One of them walked through both of us, causing us to jump out of our chairs, while the other, angry-looking spirit, tried to take my breath away. I believe he did this to stoke fear from me in order to grow more powerful, and this worked because I felt as if I was being suffocated. By 3:30 a.m., we all decided to not focus on ghosts for a bit and to try and lighten the mood. We turned the cameras off and began eating some food in which Beth had prepared for us. But almost
fuck
as
is
soon
that?
as we began
No, it
to
looks
relax,
disgusting. Jelly
fucking
mayonnaise.
mayo
the
sandwich.
camera women who had been sitting on the
It's like the whitest shit I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
It's like, I got a specialty.
Yeah, right.
The mayonnaise and strawberry jam sandwich
What the fuck? They must be English or something.
on fucking rye.
All right.
Dude, that just looks like throw up, dude. I'd fucking gag if I ate that. damn
Yeah, or
sandwich.
I guess maybe it's like canned cranberry.
That's what I was about
jelly.
to say. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
That's what that is, right?
Dude.
It's like it's not actual like. Is it like mashed up cranberries? Is that what comes in the can?
think
I never ate that.
I don't
It's
touch
always
it.
gross.
It's fucking nasty, yeah.
It's just like pureed, jellified cranberry.
I think at this
Or
point
beets or something?
the white people just gotta accept that it's cranberry and mayo sandwiches that make fucking black people
It's
think
so
that we
gross.
can't cook right. Oh shit.
Makes sense. Stereotypes exist for a reason, huh?
Most of them anyway.
The stairs began to hyperventilate. She then
Stairs
jumped up
what?
and screamed.
Stairs began to
"Get it out of
hyperventilate.
me." But almost as soon as we began to relax,
That bread had mold on it.
one of the camera women who had been sitting on the stairs began
Oh,
to hyperventilate. She then jumped up and
Is that Avril Lavigne?
screamed, "Get it out of me," as she fell down the stairs and onto the floor, writhing in pain. The producers asked for me to do something.
You slapped the shit
With
out of
the
her and tell her
assistance
quit
of
fucking
others,
around.
I helped her
Can't be
up
doing that to
and into a
us.
chair
Nope.
in the kitchen, and I began to burn
Get your shit
sage
together, woman.
encircling her
Ah, shit, they whipped out the sage. Dude, anybody though, like you're already in a situation where you're all hyped up thinking there's ghosts and shit.
Right.
It's not
Your hair falls a little bit, and you're like, "What the
oh
fuck
my
was
god,
that?"
yeah. It's not too hard to fucking psych yourself out and start hyperventilating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's going on with me right now.
Having a panic attack. That's what that is.
That's exactly what that is, yeah. So and then she got to bust out the sage. Come here.
Let me hit you with some Sagey Marys or Harry Marys.
With some
Sage.
sage. Gotta protect you. Protect your
The
spirit.
smoke.
Allahu Akbar.
I asked her to say back to me that she was clear until she calmed down. It took about 20 minutes,
Oh shit.
but she eventually relaxed. She then was given a ride back to the hotel, and I never saw or heard from her again.
I know
By
people who
now
are
it was
prone to panic
4:30
attacks like
a.m.,
that. They don't have
and
them
we were
right on
waiting
the
for
spot like
camera
that.
crew
Yeah, I
to
It takes a
show
second for it to like
to
trigger.
finish setting up their equipment in the bedroom.
I watched this chick have one at
The
lunch one
majority of
day.
activity
She's like
was
perfectly
seeming to
normal.
take place.
Perfectly normal. She's like getting ready to eat and stuff, and then she just stops, freezes up, and then just fucking breaks down. It was wild to see. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? She just went fucking hysterical.
Yeah, just went haywire.
Yeah, just went hysterical, and like it was seemingly over nothing. Like she just, it was weird. It was like a switch,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck? Something triggered her to fucking to just
Start freaking out.
yeah. She was having perfectly normal conversations, and then like I don't know, maybe like she seen something in her food or something like that.
Yeah, she just
Yeah, she just started wigging out, fucking hysterical, couldn't breathe, fucking. Yeah, so maybe that same shit happened. It's latent.
that's what I was thinking to her.
She's all
yeah.
pumped up.
That's what I was saying.
Her
You're
shit hasn't
already-
recalibrated.
You're already out there. There's a thunderstorm going on. It's already spooky and scary. And then, you know, the longer she sits there, the more it just overrides. And then, yeah, panic attack.
Hmm. And they were
One of
trying to feed
Steve's
you that
friends
nasty ass
who had
sandwich.
been present most of the night
I probably have a panic
Came
attack
up.
too.
So there's
Related
a similarity
to the
between her and that chick
about
that
the
I seen
history
have a
of the
fucking
local
panic
area.
attack. They looked at
To
some
my
nasty ass
surprise,
fucking
he
school
told me
food
that a
and
man
fuck.
named Tom had
Bam,
been the
trigger.
sheriff here back in the 1800s. I felt shivers up my spine as I
Scissor me timbers.
realized that this was the same Tom that now haunted the Lees' home. Roughly 5 a.m., as we set off to investigate the last bedroom, I walked into the room and saw there in the rocking chair in the corner who would turn out to be Beth's deceased grandmother.
See, this is what I was talking about the other night. I'm like, why would the grandmother just randomly be in a house that she had never been in?
Yeah.
I'm like, she's a horny old broad though, 5 at a time.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
I was like, dude,
That's all her old boyfriends.
I'm wondering what the smells are.
Yeah, yep. Yep.
I'm just saying, bro.
Orgies are like that, man.
Bright lights.
Ask me how I know.
It's like bright lights, lots of weird smells.
Oh, yeah.
Grandma just kicking it in the corner, smiling, grinning ear to ear.
Mm-hmm.
She getting that shit plowed all over the
After
place.
towered.
Yes. She getting it.
Getting spit roasted by Latin Kings.
Yeah, that's I was like, they found a culprit.
Yep.
Grandma's smiling like, you didn't know I got it like that, huh?
Yeah. Mm-mm. I ain't
And
dead
on the
yet.
opposite side of the room was
Yeah.
Tom and the
Told you.
several male spirits under his control. We ended up burning sage and asking them all to move on to the other side. They all did leave the building, but I'm not convinced that they moved on. At about 6
Like, I'm not
a.m.,
gonna fight,
we finally
but I'm gonna let
finished
you know that I
saging the
strongly
entire
disagree.
house. Exhausted,
I'll leave.
we packed up
For
our
now.
equipment
For now,
and
yeah.
went back to our respective hotels. I've spoken to Steve and Beth since, and they informed me that activity at the cabin persisted shortly after our departure.
Of course it did. You just
That
burned
although
sage,
not
bro.
fully convinced,
Had panic
Steve
attacks,
is
ate
convinced
shitty
that
cranberry
everything's in
sandwiches,
his
Yeah.
and didn't do
we will
anything.
never
No.
truly
The
understand.
big nothing burger.
Sightings
Yeah.
would
You
do
didn't
a
even say
follow-up
no
episode segment
Harry Marys,
years later with
no
the
nothing.
Lees,
Nothing.
where they brought in
No
several
Jesus-jutsus.
spiritualists and an expert in hyperdimensional studies, and all would come to the conclusion that the home was indeed haunted. The expert would draw the conclusion that the home sat atop an interdimensional vortex.
Oh
And coinciding with his conclusion,
It's 100% proof.
interestingly, the Hopi
Vortex.
elder from the local
That's what I was talking
area
about.
would also explain that the Black Forest sits on top what the Hopi call a rainbow vortex, a raging storm, a portal of sorts that contains great spiritual energy and
Okay.
the coming and going of many souls. Sometimes they burn out over time.
What, the
Sometimes
vortexes?
they don't.
I guess
Or the-
so.
or
They're
spirits?
considered gateways
I,
Okay.
to the
I think
world of the living
the vortex.
and the spirit realm. Some
All right,
strange
hit me
and
with some
noteworthy
Donnie Darko
things that
shit,
took
okay.
place during the second filming of the show's sightings at the Lee's residence was that a paranormal investigator had asked anyone if the name Howard bore any significance to them. The Lees were surprised because one of their best friends in Colorado Springs was a man named Howard. The entity then told the investigator, who relayed the information to everyone.
Yeah, along
He
with
was-
like fucking 20 million other people that live in Colorado.
Like, does the name Billy mean anything? to
Yeah,
you?
right. It's like one of the most, or John, like one of the most common fucking names ever.
It's like, well, I
Or
kind
Muhammad.
like I kind of know 5 Johns, so you gotta be
Yeah.
a little more specific.
Exactly.
It's all the one with the face. I know him. It does. It's very significant.
Got ears, and he wears watches.
Was Howard's son, and that he in fact had not killed himself, but rather had been murdered. This disturbed the Lees a great deal because Howard's son had supposedly taken his own life by consuming deadly chemicals, working as a chemist. The stories and
that's why he smells
reputation
like
of the home
bleach.
got such
Yeah.
a local buzz from the press
Those farts, bro.
that even
Yeah.
a Colorado senator
He inhaled
by the
too
name
much
of Charles
chlorine.
Duke visited the home with his own camera crew and would snap a few photographic pieces of evidence of apparitions to his and everyone else's surprise. Senator Duke was so convinced of the Lee's haunting that he even contacted the FBI to
Fuck.
complete
Oh, I
the
remember you telling me about this. I'm like,
He went to the FBI.
this
but the Bureau
motherfucker.
would rebuttal
We gotta
with,
catch these sons of bitches,
"No
and we gotta
federal
catch them now.
laws have been broken."
They're
Years
molesting this
later,
family, and I
after
won't have it.
everything had happened,
Not my county.
Steve
The FBI just told him, they're like, dude, there's no law that was broken. What do you want us to do? Like, we could Waco it if you want us to.
I mean, if it was like actual like person living in the walls or some shit, yeah, I guess you'd still like call the local sheriff or PD
Yeah.
to go deal with that. You wouldn't call the fucking FBI though.
No, the most it would do is just pay credence to the story that, yeah, it's fucked up. There ain't shit we can do for you, though.
Yeah.
We can burn that bitch down.
Yeah, right. Rebuild
Lee,
somewhere else.
who still wasn't fully convinced of the supernatural, came to his own conclusions as to what was taking place.
Who
For
wasn't?
the record,
Lee,
it's a wild theory.
What the fuck? In the beginning,
He
it was
began to
all him.
believe That the government
Spending all this money, he was
using his
convinced.
family
No,
and their
he's been skeptical the whole time. Like when he picked up the camera crew, he told
But
them,
he said that he was having those experiences and he got fed up. He was at his wit's end.
oh yeah, well, but he didn't believe it was supernatural.
Oh, okay.
This is
remote
like
location.
his theory.
Okay.
And for the record, it's a wild theory. He began to believe that the government was using his family and their remote location to test biological agents and psychological weapons of war. He claims
That would make
he has
sense.
even photographed military personnel on his property with firearms and claims that they may have been shutting off the electricity in his home so they could enter undetected.
Where's the photo?
Yeah, right?
Where are the
What happened
photos?
to
Like,
that?
I want to see the photos.
Oh, I lost it in a boating accident.
That's my
But
problem.
I did take photos.
They were there. They're a little blurry. You
Mhm.
kind of see an outline of what looks like an army man right here with a rifle. Yeah, I would just like to see the photos.
I can't remember. I was real high on
although
tweet too, though.
far-fetched,
So
would be incredibly disturbing if true. And it would account for the noxious odors the family said they were experiencing, as well as the lights and some sounds.
bro, they were high as fuck.
I'm
Oddly
glad
enough as
He's a
well,
trucker
I'm glad you.
Results
And
the
she looked
government.
high.
I'm
She
glad
looked
you.
like
came-
she hadn't
okay.
slept in forever, or she was high on like downers.
Yeah, I'm
One of the
glad-
two fucking.
Yes. Okay.
And as a trucker back then, especially back then when there wasn't like stringent drug testing or anything like that,
Oh, yeah, they were all-
guaranteed
dude.
he was doing some of that good old biker shit.
Well, I was about to say that dope back then was like the purest because they could still get Sudafed over the counter.
Right, right.
Like he was smoking that.
Still had
good.
all the access.
So the theory that I've been talking about this whole time was exactly that: is that the wife and the husband have been doing dope. Not only were they doing it, but they were cooking that shit in their house. Right.
Right.
This would
That would explain all the noxious smells.
yeah, that's fine.
They were just too high, hadn't slept in a while, and they forgot that they were cooking dope down there. and
That's
they're
what
like,
I'm
"What's
saying,
that
bro.
smell?"
It explains the chemicals.
Yep.
Explains the lights, the shadow people.
That's how he got that house.
That's
Selling
exactly
dope,
what I,
yeah.
that's exactly
Cooking and
that's
selling
why he
dope.
had so much damn money to buy shit, dude. The other thing about that too, what better way to keep your shit under wraps than to bring a damn senator over there, get all these people involved to come check out your house.
Right.
That way nobody thinks, hey, you know,
He seems like a stand-up dude.
yeah, yeah. Why buy $70,000 worth of camera equipment to keep freaking shadow people and lights out of your damn house?
That sounds exactly like some tweaker shit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, yeah, that was one of my main theories, right? Is that he's high on dope. He was cooking that dope. He needed a cover story so nobody would ever come questioning.
Right, right.
Nobody's ever questioning.
All of those things that he even said, even his own theory, the government, black ops, FBI, they're watching me.
The other thing though,
They're in my yard.
the other-
They're doing psychological attacks on me. They're gang stalking me.
the other thing, come here, get down.
That's exactly what somebody fucking who hasn't slept in a while.
As good as saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. I was thinking that's the conclusion I came to is that they were really, really high. And so the girl having a panic attack, bro, she probably got a burst of meth fumes and
Right.
said to the house, there's a crack
Yeah.
through the floorboards, the meth fumes are coming
Right.
up, and she just freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, I don't know, man. I don't doubt his theory either, because his
Yeah, they
theory
do
of-
weird shit all the time.
on another note, with the military, yeah, he's in a secluded location, and they've been testing stuff like that on people for a long time, man.
Mm-hmm.
MK Ultra,
Oh yeah.
using chemicals to
Mm-hmm.
try to get certain results out
Or
of
Havana syndrome.
yeah, and
him.
it could be an early form of it. Yep, using sounds, lights, chemicals.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying it actually like happens, but I'm also not gonna like discredit the guy either for believing, because I would probably come to the same damn conclusion. You know what I mean? Especially if you've actually seen soldiers walking around doing training exercises in like the area. I'd probably think the same thing at a certain point too. Like if you just can't get over the fact that it might be ghosts or whatever, or paranormal activity, that'd probably be your next logical guess. And that's probably why he got a senator involved and why a senator got involved and was trying to get an investigation going, and probably why, if the government was going to cover something like that up, the FBI or anybody else who knew what was
okay.
going on in that area would be
Right.
like, nah, dude, we can't waste resources on that.
Yeah, we can't tell you about it. And we wouldn't even know because the FBI and the military wouldn't. I don't think they would communicate like that,
No, probably not.
especially if it's black
But-
ops shit like that.
But if there was a grand scheme, you know what I mean? Like sitting, taking his theory to the max, I guess would be the best way
that
to
would
put it.
it makes sense as to why the FBI got brought up. Fucking,
Right. They're just like,
like not to go fucking get some ghosts. Kick
no,
some ghosts out.
there's no crime. being
That made
committed.
the senator look like a dumbass.
No, I did. Yeah.
Fucking, but now whenever you
Well-
listen to his theory, you're like, yeah, okay, it makes sense. Fucking, and that his only pull is to call the fucking FBI,
The FBI to do an
not the
investigation.
military. You can't ask the
Mm-mm.
military shit.
No, because they would
Maybe
cover it
he
up.
had some people in the FBI he knew that he could talk to and be like, yo, fucking, can you tell me anything about fucking any kind of black op experiments we do in the
That-
homeland? And they'd be
Yeah,
like,
that are
"No,
going on in this
Can't help,
particular
pal.
forest. They're like,
wrong department.
Yeah, take that shit elsewhere.
And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you.
Well, and it begs the question also, because like if you're a senator, don't you think you would have some pull with some scientists? like some accredited university scientists that you could
University scientists for sure.
that you could get in touch with that might be interested in something like this to
Right.
do like a full-blown
Right, yeah.
scientific investigation. And if it's really that haunted and they were really getting that much activity, this could have been the one. It could have been the one where it's like, no, we got 4 separate professors, all accredited, came out,
Right.
they all had shit happen. Like this was the
Mm-hmm.
real deal. That would have been my first thought, not to go to the FBI. Yeah. My first thought would have been like, no, I'm not going. Like, why go to the FBI? It would have been like, I need to get in touch with some scientists that can come check this out and
Give us some answers.
give us some answers, or at
Mhm.
least pay some credence to the fact that they don't know what the hell was going on there.
Right.
But so I don't think the guy was completely off, because this guy's like his wild, outlandish theory. I'm like, I mean, it is, but it also isn't. Like, I mean, depending
Right.
on
No, fuck
depending on the lens you view it from, like,
It would make more sense than the ghosts.
yeah, no, for sure,
That's actual people with fucking government operations
that are doing
you know,
stuff. Yeah, the other thing
running
would be,
drills or fucking. Maybe they're not directly targeting them, but it's still like fucking
in the vicinity,
right.
It's just funny because it's an outlandish theory on this one, but when they always talk about the Dyatlov Pass, I think that's the name of it.
Yeah, Diet Love. or whatever.
Dyatlov, yeah, that one. It goes to the military testing nuclear weapons and chemical weapons out there, and that's not outlandish.
Right.
When you really have no conclusions to draw about what happened in that situation. And there's actually a few of them that are like that. There's the one where all the hikers went up there and they're all bleeding from their eyes and their noses, and only one of them survived.
Right.
And they think the same thing with that one too, is that it was a testing
Radiation
ground.
poisoning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Testing ground for chemical weapons that live in the ground for years and years, and they went up there and got nuked.
Fuck. That would make more sense than fucking aliens.
Yeah, I mean, because who knows? Like,
Or
if,
ghosts.
if the property had sat there for a while, they could have been running tests previously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then when somebody bought it, they're like, "Oh shit!" They just didn't clean nothing up.
And just residual. Yeah.
just residual shit. Yeah.
It is on top
um,
of a mountain. They do like to fucking build shit under mountains. So
You
you
know,
know,
to-
shit underground.
What that reminds me of too, though, is it reminds me of Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
Because the dad from that one too thought the exact same thing, that it wasn't so much supernatural as it was military and government, like
Mm-hmm.
doing shit out there as well, because they would hear drilling and like shit being built
Right.
under the property. So he thought the exact same thing, that there was something more nefarious to it than just ghosts,
Paranormal shit.
paranormal
yeah.
shit. Yeah. It's just funny how they're always like, it's such a wild theory. I was like, how's that a more wild theory than poltergeist?
Believing in invisible shit.
Yeah, it
With
called
no
all this
evidence.
shit with no
And there's
evidence.
fucking vaults and vaults of evidence of militaries doing shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they released those CIA documents where the CIA were doing the remote viewing shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, MK Ultra was a thing, and it was going on for a very long
Patents being
time.
taken out for fucking ultrasonic sound weapons. And shit like
Exactly.
that.
Yeah, we just went.
That
We went over that.
specifically are designed to fucking to do shit like that, make you hallucinate and
Yep. And we went over that.
influence you.
We went over that on here.
Mhm.
Yeah, that fucks with your mind. It fucks with your
Psyche.
brain.
Yep.
Even though it sounds outlandish and fake, but if they're taking patents out, then something in that
They're
something
spending money
has
on it,
worked.
and
Yeah.
you've always follow the money, baby. Even if it doesn't work, they're spending money on it for research purposes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think this guy's too far off. Either that or he just smoked a lot of good dope, bro. A lot of that.
Plugging dope.
He was getting some
Plugging shards.
getting that Walter White shit, bro. That
Oh, yeah.
he's getting that Breaking Bad stuff. Let me see if I can pull up the video, like, of them actually from the TV show.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause I found it the other day. Black Forest Gump. Is that a thing?
I don't fucking know,
Uh,
but it's apparently it's searched for.
I kind of want to
Watch
check
it.
out. Yeah.
You might have to.
Ooh, yeah. That is some HD baby shit.
Mountains is a backdrop. Black Forest, Colorado seemed like a picture-perfect destination for Steve and Beth Lee. For 5 years, the Lees rented homes in the area until they decided this was the place they wanted to set down roots. Strangely, as soon as they
It's a
made the
badass
commitment
house,
to
though.
stay,
Oh yeah.
Paranormal force
Super
wanted
badass.
them out.
We came home and it was like the 4th of July in our living room and in our bedroom. We had all kinds of lights flashing through. We would
Grandma was
hear-
in the attic getting it, bro.
and it sounded like people walking across the roof.
Mhm.
We would lay in bed at night and hear chains dangling. One night we woke up and we heard
Got chains up
orchestra
in there.
I was about to say, if there's-
Got
chains there, too.
If there was chains, then that's what it was.
Immediately
Jesus.
assumed that this was the work of a ghost or a poltergeist. They searched
Poltergeist.
for a
Poltergeists.
conventional explanation. A sophisticated burglar alarm was installed. Security cameras surveilled their property.
It's like, I like how I did it off his middle fingers off.
Yeah.
Married state and federal agencies. So far,
Engage.
these efforts
Yeah,
have added up
slingshot,
to more than
engage.
$30,000.
We've basically used all of our savings. We've used all
Wait,
of
did they
our
say
things we
40,000?
ever invested.
I don't know.
Savings.
Beth hired private investigators and queried state and federal agencies. So far, these efforts have added up to more than $30,000.
30,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We've basically used all of our savings. We've used all.
That's
of
a lot
our
less than
things we
70.
ever
Yeah.
Invested. We've used.
I mean,
the
not a
college
lot,
funds,
but-
the whole works.
But that
to
was at
figure
the
this
time.
out.
Yeah.
The lease of
Well,
a
no, because in the
gathering
video they were
of
saying
some
that they
strange
paid
forces
70.
at work.
Right, but
There are audio tapes of
we get
inexplicable
hindsight
noises
of the
stemming
whole
from
picture.
multiple
Oh, right,
angles
right.
They're still
and
there.
bizarre photographic
Right,
images.
They
yeah.
haven't finished the operation yet.
He smokes meth, bro.
Yeah, he definitely
He
plugging shards.
He hits the pipe.
I took a picture right over against my wall, and when we got it back, it had some fog in it with an image it looked like of a
His
face.
mustache is even a
I'm
little
getting the same
singed.
image in the fog outside the house, and
That's a dead
around the
giveaway.
house and back, no matter
Yep.
where I take it.
He's
The images
moments away from a
contradicted
Richard
the
Pryor.
league's belief that the disturbances were caused by electronic interference, atmospheric conditions, or intruders. These photos convinced them to search in a new paranormal direction.
See
When
the child
Stanley
ghost.
contacted Sightings for help, we called in longtime photographic consultant Edson Williams.
all those people do say yes, this is a legit photo.
Yeah, that's they don't
Like
they don't
they actually
confirm
picked this
shit.
is a real photo. It hasn't been fucked with.
Of all the pictures I saw, this is certainly one of the most curious.
I see
It would
dust.
be difficult to recreate that dot.
Dirt
on
in
a
an
single
attic.
Exposure. This dot caught my eye because this is the only instance where there's both a hazy aberration and a very sharp dot. And also, these are indoor. This is the first and only dot I've seen that was inside
But you
the
got the
house.
glare of the outside
This
windows
image
coming
was
in.
coming
And those
through.
cameras
Probably
suck
the
up the
most
glare.
interesting of all the
Yep.
images to me. It has a light beam that seems to be emanating from the ceiling.
Rod.
It has a
They're doing
slight
some
glow
Star
around the
Wars.
top.
Yeah,
and the light
fucking
has
burned a hole
slight
through my
bend
roof
to
with
it.
your lightsaber,
With
you
your
asshole.
lightsaber.
Very interesting.
Oh,
As
shit.
it comes down, it gets a little thicker and has about a 5 or 6 degree bend midway through the beam.
If this is not trick photography, what is it? Sightings offered to send an investigative team to Black Forest.
You know, you gotta love the you gotta love the B-roll where he's over there with the magnifying glass off.
Right.
He's not even looking at a single thing. He's
No, fuck Sherlock Holmes.
just...
Hell, like, here, do this for some B-roll.
Have the best
All right.
in the field saying we don't know, and so that's why y'all are here, because we're kind of at the point now where, you know, if we have to accept it as paranormal, I guess we will.
The investigation focuses on 3 areas.
You need to go
where
into the
activity is
garage
most pronounced.
and look for
An
shit that's
exterior
taken
wall,
apart.
Look for TVs.
Yeah, look for TVs, remote controls,
Anything electronic.
and upstairs
anything
in the master bedroom.
that can be taken
The
apart.
sightings team brings in multiple
If it
cameras
is,
highly
and there's
sensitive
tons of
wireless
it,
microphones.
And it's not put back together.
A second crew hired
That's
by
their
police
giveaway.
That's a
records
dead-
our
that's
team
their
So
giveaway.
they can learn how to conduct follow-up investigations. Psychic Echo Bodine has been brought in to locate paranormal hotspots.
terrible
which we will
fucking
attempt to substantiate with a thermal imaging
acronym, or
system.
not acronym, pseudonym.
Yeah. Go
Any
Bodine.
slight
Yeah.
changes the camera will
That's some
see.
good thermal.
We take the temperature information and convert it to color.
Good thermal for the
There's
90s.
256 different colors that we're displaying on the screen.
It's the Predator,
Less than an
man.
hour into the investigation, unusual interference completely wipes out the team's audio system. It coincides with Echo Bodine's first psychic impressions of a threatening force.
I sat down and I was trying to listen to him, and I
I'm feeling
became
something.
aware of several voices over here.
Oh, she got a mullet
I was
too.
about to say, goddamn, bro, mullets all
So I turned
around.
around,
Yeah.
and there's
Ashley does. I don't even know what to call that.
Yeah, That was pretty killer though. She's got a killer ass one.
Yeah, I dig it.
Because it surprises you a little bit. You're like, all right, she's, you know, business in the front. And bam!
Party in the
Party in the back.
responsible for
You've never seen that coming.
the things that have happened, and he will continue.
She's got
to
that
be
paranormal party in the back.
Yeah. It's poltergeist mullet.
Poltergeist. Yeah.
A few minutes later, an unseen force pushes a heavy
Filters
video
out all the
camera off
spirits.
its sturdy tripod.
Booty Tam
What
whips
just
it.
happened with the camera?
The camera was set up here on the tripod. It was locked in, and all of a sudden, it just took a header. Right
But imagine how many cables are on the floor right now.
Oh,
Just
dude,
like in
the
that
wire
small-
management being.
The camera
Oh,
is
never mind.
damaged,
Oh, yeah, it's all-
and
it's all over the
investigation
place.
Continues in Stephen Beth's bedroom. Here, Echo receives her strongest psychic impressions.
What I'm feeling is this room is absolutely full of spirits. This room attracts spirits from the past. This is not a restful place. This is not a restful room to sleep in.
Again, there is physical evidence of an unexplained intruder.
Okay,
A slow,
let's see
hollow
it.
thumping is picked up by a police
Oh.
scanner in a corner of the bedroom. It's also picked up by the sighting's audio operator and by Echo Bodine. It is unlike any kind of known electronic interference.
He's
Bro,
sweating his
dude,
ass
those
off.
are-
He's tweaking
those are
nuts,
tweak
bro.
sweats, bro.
We heard that exact
Yeah.
same noise, but now we're hearing something else, and it started out really slow. It sounded like sort of like footsteps, and now it's gotten a little faster, and this is how it sounds.
Sounds like a fucking
This is
a record
compelling
player.
evidence that
I know,
some
right,
kind of
skipping.
physical disturbance is affecting the Lee home. But the force seemed to be most evident in the emotional effect it had on members of the investigative team.
Oh, dude,
I'd like to get out
I
of
wish we could find a full season of this show.
Echo is asking Beth to
Right.
I
recall
bet it's
some of
great.
the feeling of
Yeah,
terror
It's
I
all in the
and
90s.
anxiety.
I'm gonna have to look it up and find it.
Yeah, I bet there's tons of them on
All of
YouTube.
a sudden, I felt like
Sightings
something
TV
was
show.
just holding me.
Gotta
and
see
it
more
was
Echo
cold and I
Bodine
wanted
in
to
there.
Yes,
that
man, I gotta
fucking-
get me
stand
some of
it
that
and I couldn't
Bodine.
breathe.
That
Yeah,
rat,
that
rat natty ass mullet of hers.
Yeah.
It's almost like somebody opened up.
And it
Cold
just
winter
kind of,
door.
but they're holding you and kind
Here
of
it is
going
again,
like
right here.
this.
Here, it's growing again.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger again. Unbelievable.
I have got to move.
Echo
For just
Bocephus
a second.
Bodine.
It's really strong.
I've just got to
Oh,
get away
shit.
from here.
Strong,
Oh,
strong
wow.
presence here. Unbelievable.
I can't feel my legs.
With the emotions, there is more electronic interference.
See, I thought her hair was like
There
that.
seems to be a
Yeah.
connection, and the team decides to move outside.
I think it was
to the
long in the
area
back.
between the living
I bet she
room's
just ripped
exterior
ass, and that's
wall
why that girl's
Right.
like, I gotta move over
Like,
here.
Yeah.
The intersection of the physical and the emotional overtakes a member of the Lee's
Oh,
camera.
Leroy.
That is bitch
Oh, Daddy
farted.
Leroy gotta fucking get some fresh air.
Yeah, they all did shit.
Sweating his ass off. Now it smells like booty.
She's like, those are the spirits.
Yep.
It's in my chest, my chest, my arms, my legs.
My giblets.
Echo told her to keep saying, clear me now. Keep talking, Come on. I'm clear.
Let's get the beta cam going.
Okay. What is it? All right. What is it?
It's okay, Sherry. Don't, Sherry.
She's like, clench it tight and then let loose.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
I want to go away.
You gotta squeeze real tight,
It's like it's an energy that's pulling on me.
then you let loose.
At the same time, it's
That's the
pulling
only
on
way it's gonna
her.
leave, girl.
What is it?
As soon as she left the house, the terror subsided and was completely gone less than 24 hours later. It's a phenomenon that
Them are
Echo
demons.
Bodine believes is a direct result of the more than 20 restless spirits she believes are trapped inside this house.
20 spirits? 20?
Golly,
On a
bro.
1 to 10 scale, it's a 10. The activity
Really?
is monumental.
Dude,
I've
the
heard
whole-
way worse. Like,
This preliminary
I was about to say,
investigation
they've been there this whole time. It's a 10, but not one thing happened.
right, right.
Not a door slam, not a
Nothing.
not a nothing, but it's
You
a
got
10.
like a radio silence too on the scanner. He's just making clicking noises.
Mainly, I just want a normal life again, and to get it past us.
Lay off the
and
dope, lady.
get on
Yeah,
down the
fucking.
road.
How about get
Since
off
our
the
investigation, the unseen
get off the
forces
yellow
inside
or the
Lee
hard,
home
whatever it
were
is.
violent. Steve Lee recently sent us this photograph of a large
Or at least
scratch
quit
across his
shooting it and
forehead.
plugging it in.
There was no scratch on the negative. The following day, as this home video shows,
Golly.
Steve developed a large
Went
painful
upside his
welt
head,
on his forehead. His doctor can't explain the cause of the injury.
Dude, you know what that came from. She beat the shit out of
Yeah,
him. That's
right.
what that was.
Right. Fucking bonked him in the head with a fucking camera.
Yeah, she done fucked him up, dude. She's like, he must have ran out or
Right.
fucking plug was late.
Yeah.
She fucking
Yeah.
just whopped him. He's
Oh,
like,
Echo Bocephus got him.
it was ghost. I swear it was not spousal abuse.
Belief that this welt was
It
caused
was
by
demon.
violent
It was
energy
demon.
directed at Steve by an evil spirit within the house. They have agreed to
Shit,
update
those-
sightings if this strange phenomenon
Those
continues.
spirits impregnated his forehead, bro. They just fucking standing up above him.
Right.
I don't know. I woke up and
Fucking got Sean Claude Van Dammed by a ghost. Roundhouse. Psh.
Let's see what they got. See if they got a.
Oh shit.
Oh, they got
Yeah,
season
some
4.
episodes.
Oh, bro, that mustache! Holy shit!
Yeah. Oh, he got all the bitches.
Yeah, he did.
He was giving out free rides like a motherfucker.
Spent a great deal of time trying to determine which
Oh, they're
cases
like-
are worth investing.
Free love and mustache rides.
Bro, these are like full ass episodes, like
Yeah.
hours long. Okay, okay.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to hit that up.
Yeah, for sure.
I just,
I probably will tonight.
just gave us a plethora of
Find a couple
content.
good ones.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Like shit. Hell yeah.
Certified Hood Classics.
Yeah, I'd never seen the show back in the day. Most I got was Unsolved Mysteries.
It was a haunting for me.
The Haunting.
Cause haunting or haunted, whatever it
Is it
was.
the
But
one on Netflix or
no, it's on here.
oh, is it?
Yeah, The Haunted, I think. TV show.
Yeah. I don't know how to spell.
But it used to be on Discovery Channel,
Okay.
and then they like moved it to Sci-Fi, and then to some other ones.
Is it A Haunting or
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
Okay.
A Haunting. I was getting confused with the book, and then there's a couple of movies that were
Yeah,
kind
and
of called
The
that.
Haunted,
so-
yeah. Shit, I'd like to go over some of those too.
Yeah, there's some good ones. It gets repetitious after a while though.
Nah, it always does.
I'll have to find the fucking one where I'm like, yeah, that bitch is definitely cheating on her husband and just gaslighting the shit out of him.
Yeah,
And
for
then
real.
like fucking it went so far, her fucking lies went so far that she had to stick with it.
The oldest of native.
It's like she was in too deep.
Yeah, she's in too deep. Now she's gotta stick with that shit.
That's fucking funny. Oh, yeah, since we're here, I'm gonna bring up a. Oh no, that's not it. I was gonna. I took some notes on that episode.
Oh hell yeah.
Theory 1, it's haunted. Theory 2, the military. Theory 3,
Man.
amphetamine.
I would have been hilarious if it was all in caps.
Right.
Meth.
I should have spelled it MEFF. Meth.
Meth. Absolutely meth.
That's fucking funny. Is that the one where a guy's getting it in the face? Oh, no, that's not that one. Damn. Or the one where the freaking ghost is over there just fucking
yeah.
slow
Oh,
jerking it out of him.
Sleep good on that couch tonight. Oh.
So you like
Yeah,
it.
roll over now. Oh.
Oh, you like it, bitch.
Don't wake up. Don't wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. You got anything else, or you just want to call it, or what?
We could call it fucking. I'll collect some more for the next one. I only have like 2.
Why don't we just save those for then, and then
Yeah, we could do that.
I gotta get some more. That was the only one that I had found, so.
Oh,
Alright.
well,